Hello everyone, Moose 2006 here, and we're actually looking at a demo today of Global Farmer. So Steam Next Fest is starting in a couple days, and the developers of this sent me a early access code for the demo. So I thought, hey, let's check it out. There's a lot of farming games. This one seems actually very different than what we're used to. So yeah, let's play. So the premise of this game is that you'll be able to start anywhere in the world, and then it'll pull that area's like data, temperature, soil composition, weather, all that stuff. In the demo, there's only, I think you get one like city in each of these three areas, but the goal, I think, is the whole world and everywhere in it. So pretty ambitious. Again, I think it's just the data. I don't think you're going to like pull in like the layout of the farms or anything, but let's select North America for now. So again, in the end game, you'd put in like whatever zip code you want. In the demo, we just have Colorado, Kansas. So actually pretty close to where I would want to be playing. I'd probably do Nebraska since that's where I grew up, but this will be right south there. So close enough. So here's all our average weather, average field values. Again, I think this is all it's going to pull when you start a new game. Yeah, it would be pretty insane if they were able to actually map out like the actual fields, like layout. But I guess with GPS and everything, maybe they get close. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Colorado, Kansas, but yeah, this is more of a like farm management game than it is a farming game. So you're not actually controlling tractors or walking around. You're like managing. It's just very unique, very unpolished right now, but let's start playing and we'll kind of see. So we'll just follow the tutorial and then maybe do a little free play at the end if we feel like it. So we have nothing right now. We have this huge map. Here's like the town. Again, you can see very, very different than like Farming Simulator. All these are fields that we can highlight. And here's our like house that we have to place. So you just have to make sure you don't place it on a field. We'll put it here. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. It kind of has its own like instance once you get in. So now we have our farm. So we're going to buy some roads and parking. Also, not sure where the sound went. When I played this like off camera, I had like full sound and now the sound is gone. I can't get it back. I think it's just the state of this early demo. Anyway, so we have our farm and now we're going to switch into like the farm instance. So here's our house, and then this whole fenced area here is where we can like build roads and buildings and things like that. So the tutorial wants us to like actually start doing that. So we'll build. We can go through some of this stuff pretty quickly. Just build some roads. You can probably rotate if we wanted. We won't mess around too much because at this point, it doesn't really matter. It's more like aesthetics, like how you want things to look. So I guess we could like branch off here if we wanted to. I'm just trying to a few things that I kind of did differently in my off-camera playthrough. We do have like 250,000. They don't have conversion for everything yet, so most things except for money are metric still, or I guess that's what you call it. So we don't have Fahrenheit yet, and I think we're still in hectares instead of acres, things like that, or maybe that is the same. I don't know enough about that. Let's throw down a few more parking spaces. I know it says 2, but I think we'll want more eventually, and it's pretty cheap. So now we have some roads, we have places to park things. Now we get to buy stuff to actually farm with. So we'll get a small tractor and we'll just park it here. And we need a seed bed preparator. And again, the weird thing is like it doesn't matter. This is all aesthetics that I can tell. Vegetable planter. So if we go to vegetable planter, we can see on the far left, and the very bottom left, it says used for seeding, and we can see this is for carrots, lettuce. I think that might be onion, pumpkin, and zucchini. And so we'll get that and park it in our parking space. And then of course we want a carrot harvester because the tutorial is going to want us to plant carrots. We can see that it only harvests carrots, and it's a big one, so we actually fill up an entire small space with the harvester. Now we need somewhere to store our carrots in the end, and luckily the game tells us that we need refrigerated warehouses. We'll get... we might want all this to just be parking, so let's actually put our warehouses here. So we'll keep going here, and we'll kind of branch off. Oop. That doesn't connect. I'm not sure if that actually matters. You can kind of see I didn't quite line this up well, but I also don't know how to delete stuff right now. If you even can. Oh well. Let's see, what was I building? Smaller houses. So I think it wants us to build 2. Let's build... I know I needed quite a few when I first played it, so let's build like 4. They're pretty cheap. Storage. Keep losing it. And now we have lots and lots and lots of storage. It says these are... oh, did I just build large ones? No. So capacity is 15,000. You can see we can store... I think that's asparagus, strawberries, and tomatoes outside of obviously carrots and lettuce. So 1530, we have 60,000 capacity right now for those veg and I guess fruit if that was. Anyway, if we look at other storage, we can see corn and some grains. I'm not sure what each of those grains are right now. Ventilated, we have a whole bunch of things there. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of polish to happen. I'm not sure when the release date of this is. I could see this not actually fully being released for like 2+ years, just because you can kind of see it just needs a lot of polish graphically. Gameplay wise, I'm not sure if it's quite fun enough yet. We'll see, but yeah, it's just an interesting concept. We'll hire a worker, so we're going to get 1 worker because we're only going to have 1 tractor. We don't really need more than 1 right now. It's a $545 a month, and then we initially spend this $27.25 right away, just to like, I guess, kind of a hiring bonus, if you will. So now we have a worker, so now we can actually do things. Because again, we are not the farmer. We are the manager. We don't actually get to do anything, so we do have to hire people. And now this is where it gets very interesting. So we're going to buy a field, and we'll buy kind of this small one. Because again, we only have a small tractor. We only have 1 machine. We only have 1 worker. So this is probably plenty large for now. And we open it up, field 21, and we have to buy it. So $5,000, pretty cheap field. Now it's ours. We could buy this one too. We're not going to, but you can see how eventually like the management would take over, where you can buy up tons and tons of land, tons of workers, things like that. So now we have field 21. I guess we can rename it if we want. Ours now. It's ours now. And then we have nothing on it. We can see moisture. Again, this all pulls the data from like the area you start in, all the soil, what am I trying to say? Soil stuff, I guess, texture it says. Later on we'll like fertilize, water, stuff like that, but for now we're just doing a simple planting. So if we want to look at stats for carrots, since that's what it's going to want, we can see that like it's fine for carrots except for this, but we'll look at that in a bit. So let's plant carrots. So basically you plan out the whole year. So we're going to plan out 2025. So we click here to add like a crop rotation, and we want it to be carrot. And it says if we plant carrot right now, let's say we go March to May, it's like 91% fit. So you can pay attention to all this if you want. It's a lot of stuff. This is how much you expected revenue. It gives you all the good stuff. Let's say I wanted to plant carrots in mid-September. It would say, yeah, you can, but it'd be really dumb. Like you'd be a real big dummy because you're going to only make this much, but you're still going to spend all the same amount of time. So we're going to do it here in March just because. And then if we wanted to, we could actually add like more crop rotation, like more crops after that. So we harvest carrots by like mid-June, and then we'd have time where if we wanted, we could do more carrots. Do we want to do that? I guess we could. I'm not sure if this will break the tutorial, but let's try it. So we are going to focus on this first one for now. And now we can add all these steps. So we don't have a cultivator. Otherwise, we'd be able to like add a cultivator. We could do it by hand, but that will take, you can see how the duration of this carrot planting harvesting period expands, because now we're trying to like have somebody go out and hand cultivate. So we don't want to do that. Plow, we could buy a plow. All that, we're not going to do that yet as well, because we're just following the tutorial for the most part. So now we have our first kind of requirement, which is a seed bed. So we did buy that machine, so we're going to add that here. We already have this, so it kind of auto adds for you. Again, if we wanted to do it by hand, you can see this expands. So we don't want that. So add the machines and confirm. We want to use these, we confirm. Later on, when we have more workers, more machines, you can obviously do this a lot faster. And this is our harvester, and confirm. And here we go. So it says all these things are good. Here's all the things. We have 66,000 storage, so we have plenty. That's why I built those extra ones. So expected revenue is 218. Again, just lots and lots of, again, management data here. We're going to spend 9,000 to plant, and there's no warnings. So now we have this. You can see it turned white. This is now ready to go. We added a second one, again, just kind of for fun, just to show off that you can like plant multiple, you kind of plan the year. So you don't really have to do much. You just have to basically do the same thing. Plant again. So we're going to have so much carrot, and that's really it. So our year is planned. It is January 1st. And this is where we basically just watch over. So we're going to speed it up just a little bit. Actually, we'll speed it up a lot, because when it starts actually doing stuff, the game will like slow down for you. So we're going to speed up. You can see the days are flying by. We're almost done with January. Again, this is like the date and month are switched if you're in America. It'd be nice if we could see those the other way around at some point. And this is it. We just kind of let them work. So you could see, you can imagine if you had 30 fields, you're going to be very, very busy. With one, it's nothing too exciting, but we could watch this for a long time. If you did this manually, like if you hired a worker and didn't have a machine, you actually see like a person like walking back and forth doing this. Because I think I hired someone to harvest lettuce, maybe something I didn't have a harvester for, and yeah, they just went and handpicked it, and it took forever. But we can just speed that up. If we went to all the way speed, it goes really fast. And again, if we go all the way speed, so now it's going to be planting, it goes really fast. Like, I think too fast. Like, I wish there was a speed between fast and skip to next action, because I want to like watch it. But I do think the fast speed is like a little too slow still. And now when we watch it growing, you can see this numbers like going down. I'm not super clear on how to fix like this deterioration. Someone check me on that. But if we do go into the field, we can see like potassium is getting low. So I think if we just keep up with fertilizer, which will be like the next part of the tutorial, so I'm not going to worry about it yet. But I think we could just not plant, but we can fertilize with potassium, and I think that slows this down. Unclear. But let's speed up, because I think we don't harvest till like June. So we have 50 out of 90 days, 60 out of 90. So really good presentation of data. Like, I think the UI is very clear, even though it definitely needs like graphical polish. And now we're harvesting. So again, we can watch this. I guess that is pretty fast. Maybe there doesn't need to be like an intermediary. Slow it down again just to see. And let's skip the harvest. Okay, we harvested. So now we have lots of carrot. So if we go into marketplace, we have 39,000 carrot. Let's sell 29,000. And we're going to make 126. And we still have 10,000 carrot in our storage. So we could sell it later when this price goes up, or we can do contracts, which it'll have us do in a bit. And now, because I planted, like, remember I prepared like another planting for the year. So now it's going to be doing this one, which we didn't need to do. I just wanted to show that feature. While this is planting, we're going to buy some fertilizer stuff. So if we go back into our farm and we buy our fertilizer spreader and we park it. And now we can actually fertilize the field. If I go back out, let's buy another field just so I can show this while this is planting. So fertilize your field with the fertilize field action. So this is where we actually don't need to, because I think it wanted us to do this one because we kind of messed up, but whatever. So you can fertilize all three, or you can fertilize like the one you actually need. I think it wants us to just do like fertilize, and then it'll say start fertilization like the next day, basically. So if we skip forward a bit, we could see, let's see, start fertilization on 7/3. Did it do it? Oh yeah, because we only have one tractor, one worker. So actually I did mess up the tutorial here by trying to do two things with obviously one worker. But anyway, this one's potassium and nitrogen, so we'll just do this as well. Obviously it's a larger field, so it's more expensive. And we'll see, there it is. And now we're fertilizing because we actually need to. I don't know if we can cancel this one, or maybe it already did it and I just missed it, but I don't know. So we fertilized, and now we're gonna irrigate. So again, we can click in. There should be like a hose basically. And this is a big one as well. I'm not sure if we can like repark stuff. Move. Well, that was easy. Oh, you can do that with roads. So wherever I messed up that road, I could actually fix it right now. Maybe. I'm not worrying about it. But anyway, now we have this open, so we can actually put down our irrigation hose. And it wants us to irrigate. So again, it's all here. So we have irrigate and pesticides. Irrigate for about 4,000. We can skip to the next. Oh, I think it just finished. It was a little fast. My apologies for that. And now we need anti-weeds. So again, we just need more parking. I don't even know if we need a road to connect it at this point, but maybe in the future, or maybe you do and I just haven't seen that yet. Anti-weed sprayer. And now pesticide. There we go. Spray. And now if we can find, I don't know why I'm moving so slow. So there's our sprayer. Kind of looks familiar from Farming Sim. And we'll let that finish. And now we get to do some contract work. Actually, before I do that, we can see our potassium going down and our nitrogen. Let's just try to do potassium and see if that... Okay, so it did go up. I assume if we get that up enough, this slows down. I'm not really sure. I just can't keep up with potassium in this. I found out when I was off camera. Contracts are easy. You just accept. Let's see, this needs 1,000 carrots. This one needs 500. We'll accept both because we have like 10,000 in storage. All you have to do is complete it, and that's your contract. Contracts do get more complicated. I saw ones that were like, you need 1,000 carrot, 1,000 lettuce, and like 500 corn, things like that. So you will need a variety eventually, but for these first couple, it's pretty simple to just fulfill those with carrots. And now it just wants us to make a lot of money. So it'll help that we already got this growing. And this is actually the end of the tutorial. Once you do this, it like lets you like free form it and just sort of free play. But again, demo's pretty limited. If we had more money, we could like buy corn seeders, and the forage harvester harvests corn, and that's really about it. You know, as far as like vegetation is these vegetables and corn. We can see some things that are not in demo: potatoes, trees, grains. I'm not sure if there's plans to have like animal agriculture or anything, or if it's just like crop agriculture. I have no idea. I don't know if we have enough to finish the tutorial right now. Let's see if we sell everything. No, we don't quite have enough. So we won't. Oh, never mind. I guess we made enough the whole thing. So we did it. And that's the tutorial. That's global farming. Again, I appreciate the early access. It's cool. You'll be able to play it, I think, at the Steam Next Fest or whatever it's called in a couple days. If you want to check it out yourself and explore a bit more. Again, I assume this is years away. There's so much polish, or they just held a lot back from the demo. I'm not sure, but it's at least promising because it's so different than all the other farming games that come out. I do love that it's like pure management, more of like sim farm style from back in the day. So yeah, that's it. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good day, and we'll see you next time.